What is going on, my patriots? That's right. This is another edition of Joe's News and Views, aka Conservative News and Views. That's right. Today's date is 1/13, 2021, 13th day into 2021, aka the real action pack of craziness that we are already experiencing compared to what 2020 was. So, without further ado, I'm gonna go on and get into this. But before I start, if it's your first time tuning in, go ahead on, do me a favor, and hit the like button as well. Also to hit that notification bell link and hit it all the way up to the top. Also, too, if you can for me, go ahead on and hit that subscribe button as well. Now, my other platform, go ahead on and follow your boy. This is where I could be able to put everything out there, make sure that everybody knows what is going on. So, without further ado, uh, we're gonna go ahead on and get into this. We are going to be discussing something that every American right now is very pissed off about, upset, and extremely outraged. Whether you on the good side of the aisle or the bad side of the aisle, right now we're definitely extremely divided. And the one thing we are divided about is how we have had a president who has been scrutinized ever since he took office and got inaugurated in, took office, actually got voted in of November of 2016. Now, some of us at first wasn't warmed up to him, couldn't stand him. Then some of us finally, after getting past the mainstream media, just woke up and realized that this man is a actual treasure, a actual hero. What's up, twin? Glad to see you. Let's get more people into everything. But our hero, the man who has been keeping us together, who has been putting us on the right path, keeping us on the right path, got taken away his ability to communicate to us recently last week when Big Tech decided that they want to pull the plug on the voice of the president. They politely, not even politely, without warning, went in and took down all the accounts associated with being positive towards the president. Not only did they did that, you had New York City mayor pull out on deals with the president that was going to benefit the economy because he wanted to be part of the woke nation, the Wokians. Yeah, we can't do business with you. Yeah, we gotta pull out. You got Stripe, who stopped wanting to do business with President Trump's personal site. President Trump's Shopify got pulled from the internet. Uh, PayPal, everybody just leaving, walking away. Yeah, he incited violence. We can't do business with him. All of what happened at the Capitol. Now, I say that to say this. Got a lot of people I've talked to, fans of mine, friends of mine, that have said, Joe, man, that wasn't really patriots there at the Capitol. That was Antifa. That was this. That was that. Listen, I hate to tell you, after extensive research from the FBI and all these other agencies, and from actual patriots that were there themselves, with their own 2 and 4 eyes, have said, yes, those people were patriots. That's right. Those were the people. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Error. I was trying to move everything up because I was trying to make sure that I wasn't they didn't take me off. That was an error. That was an error. That was a second error. My bad, guys. It happens. I was trying to pull my computer screen towards me. But get back to what I was saying, guys. You know, they were saying, no, man, that wasn't Patriots. That was Antifa. I hate to tell everybody. That was real Patriots, guys. I hate to say it. That was really our people. The people that supposed to be patriots. Now, I've said it in all broadcasts. I don't condone what they did. Okay? They had a very stupid ass moment. They let their emotions got the best of them like BLM does. But what makes me so upset about the issue is what extreme measures we have gone through because they were patriots versus why didn't we have that same energy when it came to Black Lives Matter burning cities for months. That's what I'm upset about. I'm upset about the coverage that we're getting on these few crazy behind people versus the thousands of BLM people that disgrace not only our country, our flag. Now, it's probably rare for you to see a black man like myself with dreads talk like this. But I'm talking like this because, for one, I'm a patriot. For number two, I got morals. And number three, it's not the way to go. It's not the way to go. Martin Luther King didn't respond by burning down cities when he was fighting for the civil rights movement. Malcolm X didn't respond by blowing up cop cars when he was fighting for black men and women in New York to be recognized as citizens and not as some type of criminals that could be used by the Italians. I mean, I don't get it. You didn't see the Japanese act like this when back in the day when they first found out that their country bombed our country and they had to be also separated for a bit and be refrained from the U.S. in a certain location until the war blew over. You didn't see them after they had to go through that inconvenience. They didn't go up here and start bombing stuff up. All I'm saying is, if everybody else in history that made a difference back then didn't have to go to the extreme of burning shit down, hurting unnecessary people, trying to use crime as an effective tool to intimidate people, because that's what they love to do anyway, and using the social justice warrior system as an excuse, then why in the world can't This people here today can do that. I tell you why they can't. Because mainstream media has been one of the main people that have made it okay for people like that black lady that I showed y'all time and time again when Chicago got riot, that these people should be able to loot these stores so they can be able to eat. Last time I checked, if you wanted to eat, most people go and do a job. They work and they're humble. That's how they eat. They pay their bills. So to me, that's a pathetic excuse, and that's bullshit. That's what that is to me. I mean, that's just being realistic, not playing no games here. You know, I'm just keeping it 3,000. Now, what really makes me upset is what happened today. See, today we seen another tragedy of the Republican Party being weak as dog shit. I don't care. I don't give a damn about monetization right now at this point. The only thing I care about is the people need to know what the hell going on. See, today we had the House vote to make President Trump the first U.S. president to be impeached twice before he even leave office. Now, what makes me so upset about this is we impeached this man on things that were not even proven that he did. All because Nancy Pelosi has a vendetta against the man. Now, what also makes me upset in all of this is that the Republicans that voted for this, the rhinos, these are the people that President Trump campaigned for, helped. I mean, bust his behind to make sure that they got reelected. Held their hand, gave them the game on how to talk to the American people through a patriot aspect. And at the end of the day, they go out here and fuck it all up. Now, the House voted 232 to 197 to impeach the president. 10 Republicans joined with these Democrats out of those numbers. And I hope all 10 of them get primaried. Like, everybody should primary all 10 of these jokers. They are not worthy to even be considered. To be considered a politician. Sorry. When you don't stand by your own partyman, you out here acting crazy because you trying to be friendly with the enemy. Nah, man, I got no love for you. Sorry. Don't have no love for you at all. Now, what's crazy is when the House did the impeachment today, they already said that it's no good because if they try to do an impeachment trial in the Senate, it's going to be after he's out anyway. Which I think is crazy. And then they said the resolution is condemning Trump for spreading lies about the election situation, which I can't say because I'm on multiple platforms, and they'd already said if I say what I say about the election, that there are certain people down. But y'all know what I mean. What he said about the election. So they try to say, well, the bottom line is the Capitol was stormed. People died because of the big lies they said that was told by President Trump, and they said enough was enough. Now, that was the Jim McGovern. He's a Democrat of Massachusetts. The president of the United States instigated an attempted coup in his country. He didn't instigate nothing. He didn't know what these people gonna do. He didn't have a gun in these people's head. He did not run up there and say, okay, today, guys, y'all coming to Washington? Great. Guess what? Let's do a coup. He didn't say that. All he did was say, come to the Capitol building, show your support like they normally do, like normal protesters do. How are you supposed to know they were going, people going to go crazy and bust in and try to, and then when they got in there, all they did was made a fool out themselves. Half of them were trying to take selfies, messing around, picking up stuff of ancient ancient stuff or whatever. Man, come on, man. I mean, what was your game plan? Y'all had no game plan. Y'all just wanted to come in and do some stuff. Y'all just thought it was cool. Well, let me go in here, see what I can do here. Man, that's what it is. And it's sad. That's all what it was. Y'all went in there and wasted your time and everybody else's time. And then you hurt the patriots that really give a damn about this country. Because now, look at where we at now. Now we're the laughing stock of America. People don't want to deal with us. You know what I'm saying? Now you got us looking like dirtbags. Now, we done got things shut down from us. We can't go on Parler. Well, because Parler shut down. Now we got to go on another social media like Gab, Telegram. Thank God these are privately owned. But for how long would they allow that to go on? Because they're so upset and so vindictive, they'll probably close that off later. So the impeachment was a sad thing. It really was. It was a sad day. It was an awful day. It was a waste of time and a waste of energy. That's all it was. So let's move right along to some other notes that also made everybody as a patriot today pissed off. Okay? So before I get into what President Trump said before, now let me tell y'all about the Twitter CEO, Jack Dorsey. Jack Dorsey get on my fucking nerves, right? This guy, he's a fucking comedian. He defends banning President Trump. But he also had a nerve to say after that the company power do sets a dangerous precedent, a dangerous precedent. What is that? It's like me saying, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I had to kill that person because I didn't like them. But me having the power to kill is a dangerous thing. Come on, man. That's stupid. That's retarded. But that's what he spoke out today on canceling President Trump when he discussed this with Fox News. Now, this is what his little statement was. I do not celebrate or feel pride in our having the ban at real Donald Trump or how we got here, Dorsey began a lengthy Twitter thread. After a clear warning, we've taken this action. We made a decision with the best information we had based on threats to physical safety, both on and off Twitter. Was this correct? I believe this was the right decision for Twitter, Dorsey continued. We face an extraordinary and untenable circumstance, forcing us to focus all of our actions on public safety. Offline harm as a result of online speech is demonstrable, real, and that drives our policy and enforcement above all. See, now this is what I can't understand. So if this is acceptable, then how are we able to allow AOC to still be on Twitter and spew the garbage and threats that she spewed? Like when she said that she wanted every name of every Trump supporter that was in politics with her and other people, that their jobs need to be taken away. Or with the PBS guy, lawyer, who recently said that all patriots, children of patriots should be taken away from them because of their beliefs, because they want to be Republicans and they want to support Trump. Or Louis Farrakhan's fucking backwards ass teaching. Or Umar Johnson always dissing, talking about how bad white people is. That's institute racism. That institute some kind of violence sooner or later. They still got a platform. What about these African fighters that also kidnap girls in villages? They have their platform. They get to tweet. They get to say what they want to do. Taliban, all these terrorist people, all of them still got platforms on Twitter. They ain't got nothing locked out. They got followers, the whole nine. But all because President Trump don't want to play the game. He don't want to kiss ass. He don't want to be the politician. We got to cancel him. Oh, yeah. We got to blame him for another man's decision making. I always thought in America that you, as the person that makes a decision, are held accountable. If that's the case, then we shouldn't be sending hitmen to jail, because they should be held accountable for getting hired to kill somebody, right? That's what you're telling us. You're also telling us that when people get involved in these conspiracies with burglary, where the guy is the driver or the guy is going in with the other guy and the guy's doing all the strong arming and doing all the burglary, all he got to say was, I was tagging along. I didn't want to do this. It's his fault. Oh, okay. Or the guy that's doing all of the work, oh, well, the guy's tagging along with me. He made me do this. He the one that told me this was what to do. That's what you're telling me. You're telling me that no one has no accountability if someone was a mastermind. That's what you're telling me. Because if that's the case, then you know what? All these people that serving time that got crossed over with the wrong type of masterminds should be roaming free right here, right now. All of them. All the way down to these drug organizations that we charge with these RICO statutes. The leaders should be the only one in jail. They should be all free, having a good time, drinking a glass of tea, chilling at home. But we know that ain't so, because then you'll bust out and say, no, that's not the same thing. Yes, the fuck it is. It is the same thing. You either A, going to hold the person accountable, or B, you're going to blame someone else. So it seems like to me, you want to play the blame game. You don't want the accountability to start with the individual or individuals who made the decision to bomb rush the Capitol building because they were the one that let their emotions get the best of them. And if that's the case, we should be holding Joe Biden and Kamala Harris accountable for BLM stuff that happened this year. With all the riots, with all the fires, with all the Antifa, with them not doing enough. And in a lot of cases, it's a report, you can fact check it, that she even told a lot of these people that were doing all this riot stuff, all you got to do is you get in trouble, let us know, give us a call, we'll get you out. I don't get it. I don't know. But I guess we're in a one-sided world. That's what we at. Now, after Dorsey left this long, and I'm not reading all this because it's a bunch of horse shit, because it's basically him saying, hey guys, I'm just trying to justify what I did, and y'all should support me on this. But world leaders are around here looking at it like, yeah, you can't ban the president. We don't do that in our country. We don't like a lot of our fucking leaders. We ain't banning them. That's like Russia banning Putin. You don't see nobody right now, a big tech company banning Putin, which y'all know what happened, because you done seen what happened with the last guy that went against Putin. He was poisoned and he was not able to live hardly. He just got back to normal after 3 months of recovery. Okay, you don't see that in Germany. You definitely don't see that shit in England with the prime minister. I tell you why. Because they understand that there's a thin line between freedom and downright dictatorship / communism. And that's what these big tech companies are showing us. They are the dictators of society. They are the ones that make the rules. They are the ones that are going to be the wokians of the woke. That's what they just proved to us. When you do that to a president that's worth $2.6 billion, that's what you proved to me. And please don't hit me with that whole, well, it's white privilege. No white privilege here, people. Sorry. Because if that was the case, President Trump and Parler would still be online. President Trump would not have gotten impeached today. President Trump would not be facing all this criticism of unnecessariness that I've ever seen. Now, they still saying that he supports violence, even though the man that denounced violence all this week, even gave a speech again tonight. Unifying America. Beautiful speech, by the way. But you know what's going to happen. Mainstream media still going to run with, he's still violent. He's not supporting us. I mean, I've never seen it, man. Now, what makes me so mad is CNN. Now, we talk about freedom of speech and trying to make it limited. Why in the world we still let Jake Tapper run his mouth? Let's talk about that. Because remember I told you in the previous broadcast that Fox News, Dan Biggio, a lot of these guys that very conservative, very outspoken, they were advised by networks that they could not talk about no more voter issues, nothing. And if it was brought up, they could be possibly fired. But yet still we got CNN Jake Tapper, who's always running his damn mouth. Now he's going against a double amputee patriot who is a vet, questioning his patriotism. Bruh, he's a vet, a double amputee. So this is where we at now? So now we're questioning double amputees' patriotism. Let that sink in. He's a double amputee. A man has been to war, lost his limbs, lost his fucking limbs, but he is still going every day to be productive. And he took the time out of his busy, already tumultuous, probably PTSD-like life to put all those things aside to try to make America better. You're going to question this. I got to hear this. So Jake Tapper got a lot of backlash today for questioning the patriotism of Representative Brian Mast, who is a Republican from Florida. And he was an Army veteran and a double amputee because he opposed President Trump's impeachment. Now, GOP lawmakers in the House of Representatives overwhelmingly voted against Trump's second impeachment over his conduct surrounding his last week riot on Capitol Hill. But, you know, you got those 10 rhinos that joined the Democrats to support a resolution of impeachment. Now, Tapper, who has become one of the most outspoken anti-Trump personalities on the liberal network, aka Communist Network, slammed Republicans who didn't back impeachment, suggesting they belong to the QAnon caucus. Jake, and I guess you part of the extra woke, huh? Oh, God, stop. He then singled out Mast, who lost both legs in 2010 after stepping on an IED in Afghanistan, over the lawmakers' argument against impeaching Trump. At the same time, Tapper invoked the Republicans' military service. Congressman Brian Mast, a Republican from Florida who lost his legs by the way fighting for democracy abroad, although I don't know about his his commitment to it here in the United States, told a panel before rebutting mass comments. Tabor, who had prided himself on his support of troops and veterans, was met with fierce condemnation on social media, and critics urged him to apologize. Representative Mass, along with myself and many others in Congress and across the country, served in the military so Americans can have freedom of speech, regardless of how repulsive or disgusting it may be, reacted Representative Rick Crawford, a Republican out of Arkansas who was also a veteran. And they talked about his comments being wrong in so many ways. And they just kept going into his ass, talking about it was disgusting. And I'm glad they did. I'm glad they did. But then he doubled down, still don't thinking nothing wrong. And you know what's sad about that statement he said, guys? Talk about this man patriotism. Nothing's not going to happen. Nothing at all. What's going to happen is they're going to go mainstream media. They're not going to talk about it because that's one of their own. And they're going to sweep it under the rug. This is the stuff we're talking about. This is why we get so heated with the extra left. Because they don't see their impact on what they're doing to our American people. I mean, they don't. They don't see. I mean, for real. I don't get it. I do not get it. I mean, this is straight crazy. Real crazy. Really, really, really crazy. So let's get back into some other things that's going on in the news that will blow your mind today. So let's talk about AOC comments. Y'all about the trip. When I tell y'all this, y'all is about the trip. Let me tell y'all about this shit here. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm trying to find. Okay. All right. So I didn't know this happened, but recently, AOC called for Ted Cruz and Hawley to resign from the Congress. Talking about they should move them. I mean, she went on a real rampage talking about how they are not standing up and how they're not doing enough to condemn the president. I mean, man, this lady went on so bad. I almost like to vomit. And I'm sitting here listening to her talking about how they're inciting violence and stuff like that. And I'm like, lady, you incite that kind of mess every time you speak. Every time you speak to them Wokians, you always saying the same thing, that they are oppressed, nobody loves them, white people hunt for them, the whole nine, just sickening. And to hear that kind of talk, just from AOC, she just gets under my skin. Like, I literally wish she could get primary at this point. I don't even know why, you know. I mean, I know why. I know why she's still around, because she used her skin tone as a mechanism to play the whole "I deserve this" card, which is pretty sad, because to me, if she would put that same energy on trying to help us with actual policies, we'll probably be all right. She'll probably be okay. But that doesn't make enough sense for the left. It really don't. So I do got some good news before I leave out of here, because I've really talked a little bit on everybody being full of shit. We're going to talk about the impact of Trump's removal from these platforms. Give me 1 second. Now I'm about to tell you. Now I'm about to read y'all this, and then I'm going to wrap it up real quick. First company up on the list, Twitter. Twitter loses $5 billion in market value after Trump is permanently barred from the platform. Now, Twitter stock rise tumbled at 12% on Monday, erasing $5 billion from its market capitalization. The tumble followed the social media group permanent suspension of President Donald Trump. Now, he had 88 million followers and generated a lot of publicity for that platform over the past 6 years. In fact, people were joining and signing up for Twitter just to hear what he was going to say next. Now, since he's gone, it's boring. Nobody wants to be on Twitter. I mean, unless you're a young person, you like the rap and the music, some of the naughty girls on my OnlyFans. But, they ain't going to make no money either, because a lot of those people that was buying from their product was also patriots. So if you got patriots, 88 million followers, and about a good 80% of them have already left the platform to go wherever they can be able to hear President Trump's voice, like myself, it's going to hurt you. It really is. Because, I'm on Twitter, but I'm not on Twitter like that anymore. I was on it for the Patriots, the camaraderie of being around President Trump. But now, I have no reason to be on there like that. It's not exciting anymore. Now, after doing all that, the Twitter stock has probably failed because they're saying a lot of investors are worried that the Trump ban will erode interest in the platform and lead to boycotts among those who see the decision as politically motivated in a way to silence a major conservative voice. Now, that's why he's losing money, and that's why now he's trying to justify what he did. But we already know he's worried too, because when you got to justify why you're doing something, you basically trying to convince yourself, okay, I'm in the right direction, when numbers are showing you, no, you're not. You're fucking up. Believe me, I've been there.
Joel, can you open this?
Now, we're going to talk about Facebook. Facebook lost money too in capital value. I had to open this for my baby girl. $20 billion plus dollars. Oh no, $34 billion. They lost $34 billion in cap space for banning Trump. Now, Facebook tumbled about 4.5%. Now, he's saying that it's just a little slide. They're trying to reconcile. But now, they said that they worried about he may lash out between executive actions. But we don't know just yet what Trump's plan is going to be. I think President Trump's going to start his own network and his own banking system because, due to the fact of the matter, I mean, he's got all this money that he could play with now. He got banks that don't want to do any business with him because of with his money because they're part of this woke campaign. I think this will be a good time. I think this would be a good time for him to invest in Parler, buy Rumble, buy these other alternative companies, and go ahead on and expand. Kill them where it hurts. Because you got 80 something million, probably more than that, that likes you just in the US alone and in some parts of Canada. So if you got the whole world riding with you and love your narrative and love how you work, man, the world is your oyster, President Trump. But anyway, guys, that's all I got for tonight. Really nothing too major with news. With me, I am still on the TikTok platform. I will start dropping the links below. I do lives now on TikTok. I'm also on still got the Patriot News live media up as a backup. You can join that on YouTube, or you can join the Father, or AKA the Parent Network, Joel Davis Media Network. Also, I'm still gaming. I ain't been on Navy Vet 2K20 on gaming on Twitch in a while. Just had a lot going on trying to get my social media. I wanted to really focus this year on bringing a good brand to you guys, a powerful brand. I want to give you a truth brand. So we're trying to grow. It's a slow process. I just need to get to 100K by the end of this year. I feel like if I get 100K this year, hey, what's up, bro? I just seen your message. If I can get to 100K, then we'll be good. We could actually start employing people and getting people on the ground and, really turn into a real force to be reckoned with news. Thank you, man. Thanks for the love. I appreciate it, man. I love you too, bro. Love all y'all. All of y'all as Patriots. Now, if you want to catch more of me as well, I am on Telegram. I do have a Telegram thing you can join. You need to download it, and we can talk as Patriots. Okay? Give me 1 second. And I will tell you where it's at. Oh, man. Let me get on my Telegram. All right. So, my channel on Telegram is Patriots Fighting for America. Patriots Fighting for America. That's what I need y'all to join. Patriots Fighting for America. I put in the description link on the Telegram side. Go on there. You know what I'm saying? Join. We can have conversations. It's a private server. All I'll ask for anybody, don't say no crazy stuff, because the first time you say something out of line, I gotta block you off of the net, off of the group. Don't want to do that. So be respectful. We talk about our thoughts and our feelings, and you know, keep it 100. And I still got the Patreon up. So if y'all want to join the Patreon so we can really talk about some real stuff, let me know. Or I can open up my OnlyFans that's still in the backups playing. All you got to do is just let me know which one y'all comfortable with, and I could get it rolling. I could do live streams on that as well. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank y'all for coming out. Love y'all guys. Be safe. I'm out. Hey, if you guys like this broadcast, do me a favor. Go ahead on and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and that notification bell up top. Share the broadcast. Share it whether you're on Rumble, whether you're on YouTube, Periscope. Man, even if you're on Twitter or Gab.com, go ahead, man. Share this. We need to get the word out there. Let these patriots know that there's a news source for real patriots that gives it to you in the realest way possible. Love you guys. Stay safe. I'm out.